Hey, how are you all doing? This is Mark Harris from Adventure Enablers here on Memorial Day. We're remembering all the people who've served our country and gave up their lives, and we're really grateful for everyone who's done that. Or, that's who we're thinking about today. Pretty somber day, and want to be thankful for all the stuff that people have done to be able to live our freedom and go out and do all the stuff that we love to do. So, thank you everyone who's made that sacrifice for the families and the people. So today, what have we been doing this week? We got ready, or getting ready, for our King's Dominion run and ride. So yesterday we had a fun day of stuffing packets. It's one of the fun things that race directors do, getting all that stuff to ready. So we've got just over 1,000 people coming down to King's Dominion, and we've got Cedar Point the following week. This is our half marathon series, and we've got just under 2,000, maybe just over 2,000 people signed up for that. So we have a lot of time doing our timing stuff, getting packets ready, and really organizing for those events. A couple of our biggest volume events of the year, so we're getting ready for them. Still available to sign up right up until race day. So if you're in the Northern Virginia area or around Kings Dominion, don't forget to go and sign up for that in Cedar Point over out in Ohio. Great road trip. We do a weekend pass. If you love amusement parks, you'll love Cedar Point, so go and check that out. We did Valley Fair last weekend. And so pictures, results, and everything up for that. Actually, our pictures just came back on Friday and we got them posted, so they're all up. A couple of other things that have been going on this week. Expedition Africa has just finished up, I think. Russian team won that, so that was awesome. Those guys kind of came out of nowhere and took the win. So lots of kudos coming out for Heidi and Stefan on their event. They put on quality events all the time, so good job to those guys. Glad it all went well and everyone was safe and everyone had a really good time. Looks like it was awesome. Coming up on the expedition front is Expedition Oregon. So Bend Racing, they're kicking off their race this Thursday. They've got a good field of teams out there. We're actually doing part of the live tracking for them under our enabled tracking umbrella. We're going to be using cellular tracking devices for them and online leaderboard for all the updates. So we've been working with them pretty closely. Some of the service for our cellular stuff is a little spotty over the first part of the course, which looks great, by the way. And so they're going to be doing updates to the leaderboard. They have some great social media. I know they've got a film crew out there, and we've been working back and forward with them on making sure we have the best updates coming to you before really the tracking, as in kind of dot watching, kicks in. You know, after the first, it's probably going to be 12, 13 hours of the race where we start getting service back on those devices, and then after that we're going to have great coverage and everyone's going to be able to dot watch. So we're throwing out there just so everyone can see that. It's our cat climbing the tree. So he's not part of anything to do with live tracking for Expedition Oregon. So anyway, so that's all set up. We're pretty excited to work with Jason, Daniel, and Chelsea and those guys out there. Good luck to everyone who's racing. I think it's going to be super cool race. Those guys do some really interesting stuff. On our expedition race side of things, we've updated our racer guide. That's out there. This is the Shenandoah Tough, kicking off September 13th. We've updated a little bit of information about accommodation in there, added our solo stuff. This week we actually finally got the final approval for some of our big permits that we have out there, so we're really able to lock in our course distances. We did a little posting about that on Monday on our Facebook page. You can go back and scroll down and have a look at some of the distances. The course is really kind of lots of different transitions, but not too many long distance legs. I think it's going to be really interesting. Great terrain. If you haven't already done so, sign up. I think our early registration for that, or our next price jump for that, is June 31st, so make sure you all sign up for that.
June 30th.
Before then, sorry, June 30th. On to our Strava challenge. Had 100 people on the leaderboard this week, 139 members, and we just did a random drawing. Asked Margot to call a random number between 1 and 100, and she called out 58, and that is actually his Strava name is simply Stu. He's actually one of the guys who worked with us last weekend, and I got him to join up our club. So Stu, you are our winner this week, so we'll get something out to you. I want to do a quick honorable mention for all our guys who also top the leaderboard. We've got Kevin Prare, who is number 1 on time and distance. Jason, he got 1 and 2. Jason Urquhart got 1 and 2 on time and distance, and Britt Mason got 3rd on total time, and Mike Cheney's in there mixed in with some longest activities and distances as well. And Travis and Arsini, they all took good points on our top of our leaderboard there. So good job to those guys. Sponsor of the week this week is, it's actually one of our partners. We want to give a good shout out to Downriver Canoe Company and also Front Royal Canoe Company. Both of those outfitters. Go and rent boats for them, take on the Shenandoah River behind us. We actually know a couple of the teams, or one of the teams who's coming out to do the Shenandoah Tough. They were out there renting boats from downriver this past weekend. They did some training on the river. They actually knocked out one of their 2-day trips in about 7 hours, so that was pretty good. So if you're in the Shenandoah Valley area, check out those two companies. Tubing, I think, is starting this weekend. The river's actually been super high and dirty, and so there's been no tubing, but tons of canoeing and fun activities to do. Today I actually got out and went up, got to go and ride up Skyline Drive. That's phenomenal right here in Front Royal. Lots of people out there riding. The fog was down this morning, but I managed to get out and beat that. So whatever you're doing today, make sure you get out there and have fun.